What's up, guys? My name is Darren Tang, professional bowler on the PBA Tour, and we're here at GameWorks, Las Vegas, located in Town Square. And today, I'm going to be reviewing for you Storm's current line of urethane balls, the Pitch Black, Pitch Purple, and Fast Pitch. Here we've got our 3 urethane bowling balls. We've got the Pitch Black that came out in 2014, I think. It's pretty much your standard urethane bowling ball, stronger urethane. It's gonna be the earliest out of the 3, the one I like to throw the most. I understand what it does. I've tried a bunch of different layouts with it. It's been a staple in my bag for a long time. Now the Pitch Purple, the successor to the Pitch Black, has the same core, but a different cover stock. And to me, this bowling ball seems like a weaker reactive ball rather than a urethane ball. Now moving on to the Fast Pitch, the brand new release from Storm. It's got a brand new core and a brand new cover. I think it's a little cleaner than the Pitch Black. It's still pretty close to that traditional urethane shape, but we'll detail how these bowling balls fit in the bag and which one is best for you later in the video. All right, so we're gonna start with the Pitch Black, the earliest out of the 3 balls we have here today. And I'm bowling on a 37, maybe 36 foot pattern. I don't know, I think it's Viper-esque. I'm gonna play a little further right here. I'm gonna expect this ball to get down the lane a lot further as opposed to the house shot. So we'll see. So we got a little wide there. And the house shot versus the sport pattern, obviously, the sport pattern is gonna be flatter. So when you miss right, there's gonna be less hook. When you miss in, there's gonna be more hook. On your house shots, there's more hook to the right and a lot more forgiveness. So there's a lot of hook down the lane, a lot of hook to the right, oil in the middle of the lane. You're gonna have room to miss on both. Let's go over to the house shot. And I'm guessing I'm probably gonna have to move a good 10 to 15 left. So we're gonna be looking at about 12, 13. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're gonna throw another shot here on Viper. We're gonna keep it a little more in front of us this time. We'll see what happens. There we have it. So we're probably hitting about 7 at the arrows. We're playing pretty straight. With there being a lot more friction on the house shot, that's forcing us further left because urethane wants to hook almost as early as possible. So that's the reason why we're playing about 6, 7 further left on the house shot. We hit the pocket last time. And overall, the ball's just picking up a lot more on the house shot. So now we're gonna give the Pitch Purple a look. And now I'm expecting this ball to get down the lane a lot further, more down lane, and typically when a ball is cleaner, which means it gets down the lane further before hooks, you'll see more motion down lane. So I'm expecting this ball to look a lot better on the house shot than this short pattern we have. That's a pretty good shot there, a little clean. I think it got down the lane a little too far, which is why it didn't strike. All right, so same deal here. We're gonna be moving a good chunk to the left. Thinking I might move a couple further left than I was with the Pitch Black. You can tell a lot more motion on that house shot. All right, so my last shot on the left lane, I rung a 10. I think it's obviously cleaner than the Pitch Black. So I'm gonna square my angles a little bit, get my hand up the back of it to get it to pick up a little earlier. I don't think I'm gonna throw it slower because I don't wanna make too many adjustments at one time. So we're just gonna try to get our hand up the back of it a little more. Much better shot right there. We made the adjustment. That's pretty close to a perfect shot. All right, so on the house shot here, I think our ball got off it a little too hard. So it was pretty much the same miss. The ball went too long and it was too sharp. So even though the left lane I left a 10 pin and the right lane I left a 4 pin, the ball's doing almost the exact same thing. So I think I'm gonna make the same adjustment. I'm not gonna move my feet. I'm just gonna roll it a little more to get to pick up a little earlier. There we go. We make our adjustments with the pitch purple. Really got to make sure that I'm staying up the back of it right now. But compared to the pitch black, I can't give you a definite number of feet, but it's clearly longer, a lot cleaner. So last but not least, the newest release from Storm, the fast pitch. We're gonna go back to the sport shot, and I'm going to expect this ball to be closer to the pitch black in shape, but a little bit cleaner. The numbers on this ball are a little higher. The RG is about 0.04 points higher. The only thing you need to know about a higher RG ball is it's gonna wanna go longer. So let's see, we're gonna line up at the same spot as the pitch black. Oh, lucky hit on the 10, but it did pretty much exactly what I thought it would do. Got down the lane a little bit further than the pitch black, almost half 10. The adjustment's probably gonna be getting a little slower with it, but the biggest thing with these two bowling balls is if you're a big urethane fan, they both fit in the same bag. So once your pitch black starts to hook too early and goes away, you can't keep it on line. This ball gets the job done perfectly. All right, now let's give it a shot on the house shot. We'll move a little bit back to the right where we were with the pitch black versus the pitch purple. This ball's made of messengers. I don't know what to say. I don't get those very often, so that's gotta say a lot. That was about where the pitch black was, location-wise. Definitely longer, a little bit cleaner. If I had to gauge it and put numbers on it, I would say, based on the pitch black, the pitch purple is about 3 notches cleaner, and the fast pitch is only about 1. All right, so we're gonna try and get lined up a little bit better because that shot's not gonna carry every time. Bound to leave a flat 10 eventually. So based on that last shot, where the pitch black was, I like the location. I think I'm just gonna tone the speed down a little bit to get the ball to pick up just a little bit earlier. All right, looks much better. And the reason why I didn't want to get more forward with that ball is because the shape is closer to the pitch black and it's urethane, wants to lock up, go really forward. So I wanted to maintain the same amount of axis rotation so that the ball can shape off it the right way. As to where the pitch purple retains so much more energy, it's gonna want to get off the back of the pattern a lot harder naturally. Okay, going back to the house shot, I think we're just gonna make the same adjustment. We're gonna try to flush this shot, give ourselves that ball reaction that we wanna look for, the one that's gonna strike over and over again, and not leave us that flat 10. Ooh, yeah, we might have overdone it a little bit there, but we did feed it to the right to the friction really quick, so it was kind of like a double adjustment. Overhooked just a little bit, but we tripped out the 4. And when you're tripping out 4s and getting hits like that, that's how you know you got good ball reaction. So let's talk about transition a little bit and how these bowling balls are gonna change the lanes. So see right here, very tight flare lines. And what happens on urethane bowling balls is the oil sits on top of the ball. So as you throw more and more shots, oil's gonna sit on this cover stock and it's gonna bring oil from the front of the lane to the back of the lane. If you know how to deal with it, it makes the lanes easier. It creates hold for you to the left if you're using it the right way. If you're throwing urethane balls up the lane, it's gonna create hold for you left. If you got a guy that's on your pair and he's just hooking the entire lane with a fast pitch or a pitch black, pitch purple, he's gonna be pushing oil to the right side of the lane. So that's gonna make the lanes really tough. And that's probably what you don't like to see, and a lot of league bowlers probably run into that. So look at it this way, it starts flat. House shots start like a crown, and this is all the area with the oil. So when you miss to the left on a house shot, probably hitting the pocket. If you miss to the right, you got friction, it's gonna help you get back to the pocket. What urethane does, if you're playing straighter on those sport patterns, it creates this. As you throw more shots on sport patterns, no matter what, if they're being played correctly, you create that kind of Christmas tree shape on the sport patterns. When you're bowling on a house shot, you already have that. So the more shots you throw, no matter what, typically house shots are gonna start getting harder and harder because people are playing where there's oil, they're throwing it at the friction. So house shots actually kind of go this way. They go the opposite direction. So what the urethane balls do on the house shot, as they're bringing oil down the lane, they're actually creating more and more of this. And that's that cliff that we talked about a little bit earlier in the video, where you have an obscene amount of hook to the right and a puddle of oil in the middle of the lane. So when you miss left, sometimes you might be washing out, two-pinning. When you miss to the right, you might big 4, 3, 6, 10. That's what happens when you throw urethane balls. If you know how to combat that, maybe play straighter, play in the oil, get really, really steep and throw it at the friction, that could be the play. Personally, don't believe that these bowling balls make the lanes bad. You just have to know how to deal with them. So from the guy that loves throwing urethane himself, what ball do you need for you? Well, all right, let's talk about pitch black and fast pitch for a second. If you're in the budget for just one of these and you can't get both, which one should you get? Well, if you're more speed dominant, I would say lean towards the pitch black. This ball's gonna hook earlier. It's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. You throw it faster, you wanna throw the ball that hooks earlier. If you are more rev dominant or you throw it a little on the slower side, maybe the fast pitch. But if you're a tournament player and you like throwing urethane and you can afford both, I recommend getting both. Now let's look at the pitch purple. When do we throw the pitch purple? I think this ball needs some defined friction. So what that means is it needs some hook on the lane already. It's not as early as these two bowling balls, and I think it's perfect for league. If you are looking for a weaker option and you want something you can stay further right with, I think the pitch purple is the go-to ball. If I were bowling league, this ball would be in my bag for league every single week. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys are interested in purchasing one of these fine Storm urethane bowling balls, be sure to visit your local VIP pro shop. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. If you have any more questions for me, make sure you visit twitch.tv/vitamindtang. Thanks for watching.